Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, still a while, for we are playing some more Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Montreal Expos historical that we are in 1994. Alright, so ahead of us is a 4-game series in Pittsburgh against the Pirates. I don't know yet if I'm going to do the 4 games today or if I'm going to split it in 2. I guess we're going to find out here after the first 2 games. Last time out we swept the Phillies. So we got swept by the Cards, and then we swept the Phillies, and now we're heading in Pittsburgh to play the Pirates. On the injury front, Delino the Shields has one more day where he's day-to-day with a back injury, so should be 100% after the next game. Katsuma Sawota is still out for a few weeks, and Ose Rosado is still day-to-day with a dead arm. So again, we'll see once it's his turn to pitch, we'll see what happens. I might bring in another guy to pitch for that one start and take it from there. Alrighty, so on the mound for the Pirates today, it's going to be John Smiley. So he doesn't have a very good win-loss record, but he has a decent ERA of 3.65. Doesn't walk a whole lot of people, gets a few strikeouts here and there, so not a terrible season per se. He's also a 3.5 star player, so he should be pretty good. However, we are sending a pretty good player of our own, pretty good pitcher. Tom Gordon is going to be on the mound for us. He's been pretty great since joining us. So he among other things, he had a complete game shutout, so that's pretty good. Alright, so let's take a look at the Pirates, see if they have any injuries, and then we're gonna get that thing going. Alright, so they have Dave Dornaweird. Never heard of that guy. Dave Dornaweird. He's hurt, not gonna play, and Esteban Loaiza is hurt, but he's only day-to-day for a couple more days, so we might see him in that 4-game series eventually. Alright, so let's get things started here in Pittsburgh. So we have a couple players that are tired, so we're gonna need to... Oh boy, yeah, that's true. I have Mark Davis that's going to play here. And at short, we're gonna go with Todd Aney, since it's a lefty on the mound. I think I'm just gonna keep it exactly like that. Except I think I'm gonna do that. There you go. Let's go with that. Alright, and the Pirates are going to go with Eric Owens is going to be batting first, playing second base. Then Kevin Young at first base. Mike Greenwell in left field. Andy Van Slyke in right. Jay Bell, the shortstop. Sean Green in center field. Jeff King, the third baseman. And Paul Konerko is going to be the catcher and batting 8th for the Pirates. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to need to fix things. Yeah, I do need to fix the view here. Yep, that's what I want. Alright, we're gonna keep it like that for now, and let's see what happens. Alright, so game 1 of the 4-game series in Pittsburgh against the Pirates. John Smiley on the mound. We have Marquis Grissom to get things started. And of course, play ball and go Expos. Alright, it's a 1-0 count to Grissom to get things started. Grounded to second base, and he's thrown out for out number 1. Brett Barbary is next, full count to him, and that's it in left field for a base hit. Alright, that's a single for Barbary after 1 out. That's gonna bring up Ivan Calderon. 3-1 to him. And he walks. Alright, we have 2 runners on now with only 1 out. Charles Johnson is gonna be the next batter. 2-1. Grounds it too short. And that's a double play. Alright, so the inning is already over. Alright, Eric Owens gets things started for the Pirates. No count to him. Hits it to right, Grissom after it. And Grissom catches it for out number 1. Kevin Young, not Keith Young. Kevin Young is next, 1-2 to him. Oh, struck out looking. Tom Gordon fools him. Alright, Mike Greenwell is next. 2-1 to him. Oh, that's it pretty good. Oh, but it's cut by Grissom. What a catch. He dove backwards to get it. And the inning is over. The Pirates go down 1-2-3. Alright, Bill Doran is going to get things started here in inning number 2. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Todd Haney is next. 1-0. Grounds it to short. Thrown out at first for out number 2. So I guess John Smiley is a ground ball pitcher. Izito? No, he's a fly ball pitcher. He's getting a lot of ground balls right now. So, alright, 2 outs. The Shields is next. No count to him. Grounds it to second. And the throw is on the money. That's out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Expos. And that's it for us. And Devan Slyke is next. 2-1 to him. Fly ball to center. Davis under it, and he catches it for out number 1. J Bell is next. 1-1. Grounds it to third. The throw from Barbary is on the target. That's out number 2. Sean Green is next. 0-1 to him. Lifts it to right. Grissom after it. Almost at the warning track, and he catches it for out number 3. So the Pirates get nothing in the bottom of the second. We're still scoreless here going in the top of the third. Tom Gordon is going to get things started here. 1-2. And he swung at a bad pitch. That was high. That's out number 1. Mark Davis is the next batter. 2-2 to him. And he hits it to... Oh, that's it well. That's extra bases, actually. Alright, and that's a stand-up double for Mark Davis. So he stands at second base with 1 out. And now we have Marquis Grissom coming to bat next. No count to him. He hits it weakly to left. Greenwell after it. Catches it for out number 2. Alright, so now we need a hit from Brett Barbary. 1-1 to him. Grounds it to second. The throw is sure to first. And that's the end of the 3rd inning for us. We get a hit, but a double even, but we cannot even advance the runner. Right, Jeff King gets things started in the bottom of the 3rd for the Pirates. 1-0 to him. He grounds it to second. Oh, the Shields boots it, and he's safe. That's going to be an error, I think. Yep, that's an error for the Shields. So runner on first, nobody out. Paul Konerko is next. 3-1. And he walks. Alright, so runner on first and second with nobody out now, and the pitcher comes to bat, John Smiley. He is going to bunt. I'm willing to bet anything you want. Oh, he bunts and he misses. Alright. And the sacrifice works, so both runners advance. Smiley is out at first, so now there's 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position with Eric Owens, the next batter. 0-1 to him. That's it weakly to center. Is that going to be deep enough? Yep, it is. Alright, so it's 1-0 for the Pirates now on the sac fly from Eric Owens, but there's 2 outs now, a runner on third, and Kevin Young is the next batter, 2-1 to him. It's it to left. Calderon should have it, and he does. That's out number 3, so the Pirates get on the board first, thanks to a sacrifice fly by Eric Owens. And it is 1-0 Pirates after 3. Ivan Calderon is first in the 4th inning for us. 3-1. And that's it. Safely to center for a base hit. Alright. Next is Charles Johnson, 2-0 to him. And that's it. Safely in left field. So now we have 2 runners on and nobody out. Alright, Bill Doran is next. 2-2. It's it to center. Oh, yeah, that's cut by Sean Green. And that is out number 1. The runners do not advance on the play. Todd Haney is next. 2-1. That's it to third. And that's a double play. Yikes. Alright, we get 2 singles to start the inning. And we cannot score, so we are down 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, Mike Greenwell is the first one to face Tom Gordon. 2-0 to him. It's it to center. Looks like it's gonna fall in. Yep, that falls in front of Mark Davis, so that's a base hit. So Pirates have a runner on board with nobody out. That's actually their first hit of the game, even though they're up 1-0. Alright, so Van Slyke is next. 2-2 to Andy Van Slyke. Grounds it to second base, and we're just gonna eat it. That's an infield single, so now there's 2 runners on with nobody out. And Jay Bell is next. No count to him. It's it to third, and we are going to get him out at first. So that's going to act like a sacrifice. So both runners advance. Jay Bell is out at first. There's 1 out. Next up is Sean Green. No count to him. That's it to center. Oh, that's nicely cut by Mark Davis. And that's another sac fly. So that's 2-0 for the Pirates now. 2 outs, and the runner held at second base. So runner on second, 2 out for Jeff King. 1-2, and he struck out swinging. The 4th inning is over, but the Pirates add to their lead thanks to another sac fly, and it is now 2-0 Pittsburgh. Alright, so the Shields is next. No count to him. Grounds it very weakly to the pitcher, and he's thrown out for out number 1. Tom Gordon is next. 1-1. Grounds it to third, and he's thrown out easily at first. That's 2 outs. And now Mark Davis is going to be the next batter. No count. It's it weakly to center field. Sean Green after it catches it for out number 3. Nothing to say here about the Expos in the 5th, other than we went down 1-2-3. Alright, how many pitches for you? Paul Konerko is the first batter in the bottom of the 5th for the Pirates. 0-2 to him. Oh, and we hit him. Alright, so that's a free runner on base, nobody out. John Smiley is like, he's gonna bunt. And he does. And we get him out at first. So sacrifice is yet again successful for the Pirates. We have 1 out, runner on second base. Eric Owens is next. 1-1. Grounds it to second base. He's thrown out at first. The runner advances to third base on the play. So now there's a runner on third with 2 outs. Kevin Young is next. No count to him. That's it really well to right, and it is out of here. It is a 4-0 lead for the Pirates thanks to a 2-run blast by Kevin Young, an opposite field home run, and it is 4-0 Pittsburgh. Alright, Greenwell is next with 2 outs. No count. It's it to right. Grissom after it. Catches it for out number 3. Pirates add 2 more runs to their lead thanks to a 2-run home run from Kevin Young. It is now 4-0 Pittsburgh after 5 innings here at Three Rivers Stadium. Alright, Grissom is next. 1-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Brett Barbery is next. 1-2 to him as well. It's it to first base, and he's out. That's 2 quick outs here. And now Calderon is next, 3-1. It's it to center field. It's cut easily by Sean Green, and just like that, that's another 3 up, 3 down for the Expos. Not a whole lot going on for us here in this game. Right, Andy Van Slyke is next, 1-1. It's it to center. That was pretty high. Mark Davis is there. Catches it for out number 1. J Bell is next. No count to him. Grounds it to second base. And he's thrown out for out number 2. Sean Green. 1-2 to him. It's it to center. Oh, what a dive. And what a catch by Mark Davis. And just like that, that's out number 3. We are going into the top of the 7th. If we want to score some runs, we need to get things going here pretty soon. All right, so Charles Johnson is first, 1-2, and he struck out looking. Bill Doran is next. No count to him. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out for out number 2. Todd Haney, next batter, 2-2. It's it to center. Oh, it falls in. It barely falls in, but it does. So we have a 2-out single. And now Delino DeShields is going to be the next batter. Full count to him. And it's it to right, and it's going to fall in. Now on the play, Haney goes to third base. So now we have runners on first and third with 2 outs. And we're going to bring a pinch hitter. Alright, we'll go with Ruben Rivera. He's tired, but he's only going to pinch it. I'm not going to keep him in the game. Come on, buddy. 0-2. Oh! That's a wild pitch. Alright, so we get a free run here. So it is now 4-1. The runner gets to second base on the play. 1-2 to Rivera now. And he grounds it to third. And he's thrown out for out number 3. But we do get a run on the play. Not on the play, in the inning. So it is 4-1 for the Pirates. We clawed back a little bit. Let's bring in Pavano. I'm going to give him only 1 inning. I know he's a little tired. Right, Jeff King is first. Full count to him. That's it to left. Calderon after it. And he catches it for out number 1. Next is Paul Konarko, 1-2. And he struck out swinging. John Smiley remains in the game. He's going to be the next batter. 0-1 to him. That's it weekly, and that's going to get cut there by Haney. And that's the end of the inning. Okay, alright, so John Smiley remains in the game. Top of the 8th. We're down 3. Mark Davis is the batter. 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Marquis Grissom is next, 1-2. And he hits it to left, and it's cut by J Bell. And that's out number 2. Brett Barbery next, 1-2. It's it to center. Sean Green after it, and he catches it for out number 3. Nothing to talk about much. And we are going in the bottom of the 8th. I will bring in a reliever, as I said I would. Let's try to get John Duris some innings here. Alright, Eric Owens is first, full count to him. And he walks. That brings up Kevin Young. Nobody out, 1-0. Grounds it to second. That's a double play. Alright, perfect. Mike Greenwell is next. There's 2 outs now, 2-1 to him. Grounds it to first. And he's thrown out for out number 3. Alright, top of the 9th, so we better get things going if we want to do something here. John Smiley is still on the mound. Alright, Ivan Calderon gets things started. 3-0. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out for out number 1. Charles Johnson is next. No count to him. It weakly to center field. And that's cut by Sean Green for out number 2. Billy Doran is next. Full count to him. Oh, strike 3 looking. Oh boy. Alright, so that's the end of the game. We lost game 1 in Pittsburgh 4-1. Not a great game. I believe that's going to be the first loss for Tom Gordon as an Expo. Yep, he's 3-1. Alright, Jim Abbott spectacular in 1-0 win. He allowed only 3 hits and 8 strikeouts. Alright, so the Shields is completely recovered, and now for game 2, we are going to be facing John Lieber. Alright, and we are going to go with Carlos Perez. Alright, hopefully we get a good start from Carlos Perez. I guess we'll see. Calderon is tired. We're gonna go ahead and go with Mark Davis, I guess. Right, let's go. Let's try to go like this and see what happens. All right. Alright, so for game number 2, the Pirates are going to go with Eric Owens, Kevin Young, Mike Greenwell, Jay Bell, and events like Jeff King, Sean Green, and Paul Konerko. So the same lineup, just a little shuffled in as far as the order of the batters, but we're facing the same players. Alright. Let's get things started here. So for game number 2, of course, go Expos! And John Lieber on the mound for the Pirates. We are going with Delino the Shields to start things up here in the top of the first. 2-1 to the Shields. That's it really weakly, and the shortstop Jay Bell is there for out number 1. Marquis Grissom is going to be the next batter, 2-2. That's it weakly to center. Sean Green after it, and he catches it for out number 2. Woody Green is going to be next, no count to him. That's it to right, and pretty much right at Andy Van Slyke, and that's it for the Expos in inning number 1. Going into the bottom of the first. Eric Owens is going to be the first batter, 2-1 to him. It's a 2 center. Ruben Rivera after it, and he catches it for out number 2. Oh, out number 1, sorry. Kevin Young is next, 0-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Now it is out number 2. Now Mike Greenwell is the next batter, 1-1. It's a 2 center. Rivera after it, and he catches it for out number 3. So the Pirates are also down 1-2-3. And we're going to go into the top of the second inning with Charles Johnson, the first batter, 1-1. Grounds it to third, and he is thrown out for out number 1. Ruben Rivera is next, 0-1 to him. It's it to right. It's pretty decently. Oh, it's out of here. Didn't look like it was going to be, but that's a solo blast for Ruben Rivera, and he puts us on top 1-0. So it is Expos 1, Pirates 0 here in inning number 2. Bill Doran is the next batter, 1-0. That's it to center for a base hit. So we now have a runner on first, 1 out. And Mark Davis is going to be the next batter, 3-1. And he walks, so now we have 2 runners on base with 1 out. Ray Sanchez is the next batter, no count. It's it to center. Sean Green is there, catches it for out number 2. So we still have 2 runners on. They did not advance on the play. And now Carlos Perez is the batter with 2 outs, 2-2. And he struck out swinging. But the Expos do take a 1-0 lead thanks to a solo blast by Ruben Rivera. And it is 1-0 Montreal. Going into the bottom of the second, where Jay Bell is going to get things started for the Pirates. 0-2 to Jay Bell. It's at weakly to center. And that's cut by Rivera for out number 1. And Van Slyke is next, 1-2. Oh, he struck out swinging. The ball is in the dirt, and we throw him out at first. That's out number 2. Now Jeff King is next, full count to him. Grounds it to first, and he is out. All right. We are still up 1-0. Delino the Shields get things started in the top of the third, 0-1 to him. That's it to center. Oh, and it's above Sean Green's head. So that's going to be a double for the Shields, who starts inning number 3 with a bang here. Now Grissom is next, 2-2 to him. Grounds it to short. They get Grissom at first. The Shields gets to third on the play. And it is now, with 1 out, runner on third. Woody Green is the batter. No count to him. It's it to center. Oh, that's a base hit all the way to the fence. All right, so that's a double for Woody Green. It is now 2-0 for the Expos, thanks to that double. And there's still only 1 out for Charles Johnson, 2-2. Grounds it to short. Oh, and Jay Bell boots it. And he's safe, so that's an error. So now we have runner on extremities, 1 out. Ruben Rivera is the batter, 0-2 to him. Struck out swinging. So now there's 2 outs for Billy Darn. Full count. Oh, that's it to right, and that's a base hit. Alright, so it is now 3-0 for the Expos, and on the play, the runner gets to third base, so we have runners on first and third, 2 outs. Mark Davis is the batter, 2-2 to him. And he struck out swinging. But the Expos add 2 more runs to their lead. It is now 3-0. Right, Carlos Perez is now going to be facing Sean Green in the bottom of the third. No count to him. And that's a base hit to right. So the Pirates get a runner on base with nobody out, and Paul Konarko is going to be the next batter. 1-2. Sean Green is going, and he's out. All right, perfect. 1-2 to Connor Co. And he struck out swinging. There you go, just like that. There's 2 outs all of a sudden. And now John Lieber is going to be the next batter. 2-2 to him. It's it to third base. The throw by Woody Green, and that's out number 3. We are going into the top of the 4th with Ray Sanchez getting things started. 1-1 to him. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out for out number 1. Carlos Perez is next. 1-2. And he struck out swinging. Delino DeShields is next. 2-2. 2 outs. And he struck out swinging. Alright, so not a whole lot to talk about here in that half inning. We are going into the bottom of the 4th with Eric Owens, the first one to face Carlos Perez. 2-0 to him. Grounds it to second. Nice throw by DeShields, and that's out number 1. Kevin Young follows. 0-2 to him. And he struck out swinging. On a slider, Mike Greenwell is next. Full count. Oh, that's it poorly. Charles Johnson in foul territory catches it for out number 3. All right. Top of the 5th, we have Marquis Grissom to get us started here. 0-1. That's it to left, and that's cut by Greenwell for out number 1. Woody Green is next. 1-1 to him. That's it to center field, and that's cut by Sean Green for out number 2. Charles Johnson is next. 0-1. That's it to... Oh, that's it pretty well. That's it out of here. That's a solo blast for Charles Johnson. That was to center right field. 411 feet, and it is now 4-0 for the Expos. Ruben Rivera is next. 0-1. That's it to center. Sean Green after it, and he catches it for out number 3. We add 1 more run to our lead thanks to a Charles Johnson home run. It is now 4-0 for the Expos. J Bell, bottom of the 5th, 2-1 to him. That's it to left. Pretty much right at Mark Davis, and he catches it for out number 1. Andy Van Slyke is next. Full count to him. Grounds it to first, and he's out. That's 2 outs now. Jeff King is next. 0-1. Oh, that's a base hit. Opposite field base hit. Oh god. Alright, all the way to the fence almost. That's gonna be a triple. Yep, that's a triple for Jeff King after 2 outs. So there's a runner on third. Sean Green is the next batter. No count to him. That's it to center. Ruben Rivera after it. And he catches it for out number 3. So Jeff King gets a triple, opposite field triple. But the Pirates cannot capitalize. And it is still 4-0 for the Expos. Bill Doran is next. He's 2 for 2 today, so pretty good day at the plate so far. 2-1. That's it weakly to center. Sean Green after it, and he catches it for out number 1. Mark Davis is next. 1-2. That's it to left. A little bit of pop in it, and that's out of here. So Mark Davis with the solo blast. It is now 5-0 for the Expos. That's pretty good. Lots of solo blasts, though. Alright, so the Pirates bring in a reliever. It's gonna be Von Wexberg. Can't say I'm super familiar with him. Alright, so Ray Sanchez is gonna be the first one to face him. 2-1 with 1 out. Grounds it to third base. And he beats the throw at first for an infield single. So with 1 out, Carlos Perez is now the batter. Runner on first. No count. Perez bunts. They get him out at first, so now there's a runner in scoring position, but there's 2 outs, so we need a base hit from the line of the Shields. 1 and 2 to him. And he struck out. He tried to hold up and he's out. I don't know if it were. It looked like it was in the strike zone anyway. Alright, so Paul Konarko is next. Bottom of the 6th, full count. And he walks. Alright, so the Pirates get a runner on base with nobody out. Dave Magadan comes in as a pinch hitter. 0-2 to him. Grounds it to second base. And that's a double play. Oh, yeah. Eric Owens is next. 1-1. Grounds it to first. And he's out. Alright, we're going into the bottom of the... the top of the 7th. It is 5-0 for the Expos. Marquis Grissom is next. 2-2. Oh, the Pirates have a new pitcher. I forgot to check who it was. It's Brad somebody. Brad Cornett. So Brad Cornett is now the pitcher for the Pirates. We have 1 out. Woody Green is the batter. 2-1 to him. Grounds it to short. And the throw is on the money. That's 2 outs. Now Charles Johnson is next. 1-2. That's it weakly to left. Greenwell after it. And he catches it for out number 3. Alright, Kevin Young, first batter here in the bottom of the 7th for the Pirates. 3-1. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out for out number 1. Mike Greenwell is next. 0-1 to him. Grounds it to first. And he's out. That's 2 outs now. Jay Bell is going to be next. 1-2 to him. And that's it right at Billy Doran at first for out number 3. Alright. Top of the 8th, Brad Cornett is still on the mound for the Pirates. And now we have Ruben Rivera as the batter. 2-2 to him. Grounds it to second base. And that's out number 1. Bill Doran is next. 2-2. It's it weakly to the pitcher, and he is safe. He beats out the throw. That's now hit number 3 today, I believe, for Billy Doran. There's 1 out. Runner on first. Mark Davis is the batter. 1-0. He hits it to left, and it falls in for a base hit. So now we have runners on first and second with only 1 out. And Ray Sanchez is the batter. 1-2. And he's out, struck out looking. That brings up Carlos Perez, 0-2. And he struck out looking as well. Wow. I guess we didn't want to score runs this time. Right, Andy Van Syke is the next batter, 1-1. It's it to center for out number 1. Jeff King is next, 0-1. Bottom of the 8th. It's it to right. Grissom after it. And he catches it for out number 2. Sean Green, next batter, 2-1 to him. Grounds it to second. The Shields with the throw. And that's out number 3. We are going on to the top of the 9th with a 5-0 lead. The line of the Shields is going to face Brad Cornett, who is still on the mound. 2-1. That's a base hit to center for the Shields. Alright. So we have a runner on. And now they're bringing in another reliever. Bronson Eflin is going to be the pitcher now. Marquis Grissom is the batter. Nobody out. A runner on first. 1-1. The Shields is going. There's not even a throw. So that's the 44th stolen base for the Shields. 1-2 to Grissom. It's it to third. They're going to eat it. That's an infield single for Grissom, so now we have runners on first and third with nobody out, and Woody Green is now the batter. No count to him. Oh, Grissom is going. And he's safe. That's 65 stolen bases for Marquis. 1-0 to Woody Green. There's an error on the play by the second baseman, Eric Owens. So there's a runner that scores, and now we have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Oh no, 2 runs scored. So it is now 7-0. We have a runner on second base with nobody out, and now Charles Johnson is next. Full count to him. And he walks. Alright, so that pitcher is not doing too good for the Pirates. They're still going with him. Ruben Rivera is next, 0-1. That's it, weakly to center. That's out number 1. Bill Doran is next, 1-0. That's it to center field, and it falls in for another base hit. That's 4 for 5 for Bill Doran, I believe. And now we have... now the bases are loaded with 1 out. Mark Davis is the batter, 1-0. Grounds it weakly to first, and that's a double play. We do add 2 more runs on the board thanks to that error by Eric Owens, and it is now 7-0 for the Expos. And we are now facing Paul Konerko in the bottom of inning number 9, 2-2. That's it, weakly to center. That's a base hit. So Konerko gets on base here, and the Pirates are bringing in a pinch hitter. It is Martin Neff. Full count to him. Grounds it to short, and that's a double play. Awesome. 2 outs for the price of 1, and now Eric Owens is the last out for the Pirates. 0-1 to him. Oh, that's it pretty well all the way into the corner and right. Alright, so that's a double for Eric Owens. And now we have Kevin Young at bat with 2 outs, runner on second base. 3-1 to Kevin Young. That's it to third. That's a base hit. That's going to score a run. And that's a double. Right, Mike Greenwell is next. No count to him. Grounds it to first. And we finally get out number 3. So at the very end there, Carlos Perez lost his complete game shutout. It is still a complete game, but he allowed 1 run on 5 hits. So that's still a really good performance for Carlos Perez. He has not been very consistent this season, so we're happy for him that he got to pitch a pretty decent game. What do we have here? Hit Parade, Lansing pops 5 hits. So Mike Lansing got 5 hits in a game. He plays for the Yankees in a game against the Orioles. And Alex Fernandez pitched a complete game shutout against the Oakland A's. Alex Fernandez playing for the White Sox. Alright, so let's advance today. Alright, so Lonnie Smith has called it quits at 38. That's going to be his last season. He's going to retire at the end of the year. Alright, we're going to go ahead and save here. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop for today. My throat is bothering me a little bit, so hopefully I'm not getting sick again. I just recovered. I don't need to be sick again, but yeah, I'm gonna try to give my throat a little bit of a rest here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Next time out, we're gonna do the last 2 games of the 4-game series against the Pirates. So that's it, folks. So as usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in. If you've liked the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.